Hello YouTubers, and hello to my subscribers, and thank you for subscribing. If you've not subscribed, then please click subscribe wherever that button is, and notifications and all that. I quite often get asked the things I've purchased for my motorhome and the must-haves, and there's lots of videos on YouTube for the must-haves. This is not necessary the standard motorhome must-have essentials. This is if you've bought yourself a motorhome or an old motorhome, some of the things that I think you should purchase straight away that you need to, and I'll go around Millie and I will show you some of the things I've purchased and why. All of them are very, very cheap because everyone knows I'm a cheap steak. I don't like spending a lot of money, and everything is on a budget. My whole YouTube channel, including camping, etc., is all about doing things on the budget to show people that you don't need loads of money to get out there and enjoy the great outdoors. And this is proof that you don't need a great deal of money to buy a motorhome and go having adventures. You know, this is not a 56 grand motorhome, as you can tell. I'm doing everything on a budget. I'm doing everything that I can on my own, and even the things I'm buying for Millie are cost effective, cheap. I'm making things where I can, and hopefully I'll show you the journey. And so this video is more about just the things that I've purchased recently to make Millie a bit more homely, and also to make my adventures a lot better, more successful. So I'll have a quick tour. I'll give you a quick tour of what I've purchased so far, and all the links for all these items for Amazon are below in the comments. Please, you're going to order any of these products, if you order them through these links, they are affiliated, so I'll get a few pennies for hobnobs and tea bags, and it just helps the channel. And also I've reviewed, researched and bought these products on recommendation, so I know they work, I know they're good. So you're getting a DK recommendation product, and if you buy through the links below, you're helping me out and you're making me happy. So by all means, please check the links out if any of this I'm about to show you is of any interest to you. Again, thanks a lot, and here's the tour of Millie. So these are a great idea. You just screw them, 4 screws, put them in it anywhere you want, and you can hold quite a bit there. Brolly, put this next to the door because this is going to be things we need as we're going out, so brollies, etc. So this old camper van didn't come with any blinds for the door window, and also the door in itself, because it's quite old, the seal's going, there's a draft that comes from the door, so best way to fix that, and the cheapest option was this. Easy, perfect solution. This is just a cheap expandable pole, and this is a blackout curtain, and as you can see it goes all the way to the bottom here, and when not in use, just falls up there. And this is another great item, just sits on the back of the chair. You get 1 or 2, we only got the one, and it's got lots of pouches, zip compartments, etc. And it just clips on the chair, and again, put it next to the door, so anything we need as we're walking out, we can just grab. So old caravans rarely have LED lights. They didn't have them back then, I don't think. Swapping them out are quite easy. Most you can just swap them for like. So these are just simple bulbs, and again, the links in the comments there. Very easy, just take out the old one, put the new one in. Couldn't get any easier, and because these are low ampage, you'll get a lot more light out your battery for a longer period of time. So probably out of everything I bought, best investment because it gives you light longer. There was an old strip light in the bathroom, and they're just renowned for just sucking energy out. These cheap, very bright LED lights, very inexpensive, very easy to fit, as you can see. Just turn that off. Just a chocolate block in there, positive and negative, 2 seconds. Probably one of the quickest things to fit these. And I fitted one in the bathroom, and I also fitted one underneath the kitchen cabinet. can never have enough hanging space. And these hooks are brilliant. They will literally hang anything. They stick anywhere. They just come on, peel off and stick. I've got them in the bathroom, I've got them in cupboards, and I've got them all over the place. Easy to hang your coats, your wet towels. I mean, I've actually got 2 in the bathroom here as well for wet towels and then coats, etc. Just making the place more homely. And, they're next to nothing and really great value and highly recommended. I think even if you've got a modern motorhome, a voltometer is going to be a priceless tool. You don't need to buy a very expensive, I think this was £12, £13, if that, but you can check the link out below. And it's vital for checking and troubleshooting any electrical problem that you have in your motorhome. It could be in the middle of the night and you have no power. Your voltometer is going to check your leisure battery, your vehicle battery. It's going to check if you've got continuity. It's going to check if you've got power coming through your cables. So if you're swapping any of the lights, etc., this has become invaluable. And certainly if you've got an old motorhome, it's a necessity. Even if you've got a brand new motorhome, I highly recommend it because these are so useful and will help you. So this was probably one of the most cheapest, it's about a tenner, but one of my most useful ads. And this is my little flip table. Great, saves me having to bring out the big table. And when the bed's made, my phone can sit on there while it's being charged. This is one of my most must-haves, and it was probably one of the cheapest. And it's a chopping board. That's all it is. Again, the links in the comments. So don't tell anyone, but when you get to your campsite and you're on mains hookup, you're paying for the electric, and last thing you want to do is run out of gas just as you're making yourself a coffee in the morning. So if you are going to do a lot of on-site camping, then I highly recommend you get yourself some low voltage appliances, a kettle and a toaster, and then that's your breakfast sorted in the morning, and you don't particularly need to use a lot of your gas for simple things like just making a brew. So you've got a dark cupboard that you need to produce some light. Then these battery powered LED lights work brilliantly. Now this was probably the most simplest of jobs to do, and they've given me the most convenient. For some reason they had the water pump switch inside this cabinet, so I mean I'd have to lift the cushions, etc., to turn the water on. So drilled a hole, put a new little switch on here. The switch that they had was already broken, and it's just a simple 12-volt connection on a chock block, and I now can turn the water on, and I don't need to lift up cushions or anything like that. And again, very inexpensive. So this is another idea that I got off watching a lot of YouTube clips, and it's a very cheap IP camera. Connects to my Wi-Fi. Now obviously at the present moment my Wi-Fi at home, but obviously you can run it off a 3G dongle if you're out and about or parking up or anything like that, which I'm going to do. I'm going to actually fit it onto one of the underside cabinets, and of course what it does is gives you a notification, but at the same time, if I'm not here, I can check in on Millie, and it's got a microphone, so I can talk to her and say, are you okay? And just make sure she's feeling loved. And not that I regularly sit here and talk to my motorhome. I'm not crazy or anything. Am I, Millie? No, I'm not. And actually this is one of the modifications that I put on one of my earlier videos, and people asked about it. So it's a cup holder. Unfortunately, they don't really seem to put cup holders in the Fiat Ducatos. They're in the glove compartment here, but if you're driving, you don't particularly want to reach over to get a coffee, or your can of Coke or whatever your drink is. Then just one of these, and it just clips on to the vent. Very easy, and again, very inexpensive. So I'm going to spend any time out and about on in your motorhome. Most of the modern motorhomes again come with inverters, which convert your 12-volt energy to your 230 volts, so you can charge your laptops, etc., and come out in 3-pin butt plugs. And they're quite expensive. For 30 quid, you can pick one of these up and plugs into your cigarette charger. So while I'm driving, I can charge up my laptops or my battery packs, etc., using the USB ports on here, and charge my laptop up using the 3-pin plug here. So when I get to my destination, all my battery powered items are recharged, and it's cheaper than paying nearly £100 for a power inverter that runs off your batteries and your solar. So it's a very cheap alternative if you don't have a lot of money to spend. Again, DK recommendation. So, simple update on some of the things I've purchased for Amazon for Millie. Some very inexpensive additions. Again, you're looking at, there was no item on there more than £10-15, and it just makes life a lot easier. Not the necessities. You're like, obviously you're going to need your power supply cable, your hose, extension cables always coming useful. But there were just a few things that I have not seen mentioned on any YouTube clips, and I found them to be important and useful. So I thought maybe you'd find them important or useful. Have you got any other suggestions? Add the comments below, and also anything that you've liked so far that I've shown you that you want some more information on, or some questions, and by all means drop me a comment or click on the link below, which will take you directly to Amazon. You're not paying any more than you would if you went via any other link. But as I said, if you do purchase anything that I've shown you, I get a few pennies, which keeps me in hobnobs. So another video, another update. She's getting there. Obviously we've got some work to do on the engine part, and still quite a bit of work to do on the electrics, but I'm actually quite confident fridge is going to be a day job. But again, I'm confident maybe the fridge is salvageable, fixable, you know what I mean. Watched a few YouTube channels, did some research, asked a lot of contacts and friends for some advice, and I think hopefully once I can get it out and have a good look at the back, etc., I think I can repair it. There'll be a whole YouTube video on that, either me repairing it or me crying because I haven't been able to fix it. Till the next time, please subscribe, please like, and please tell your friends if you're enjoying what I'm doing. Till next time, thanks a lot, YouTubers.